You certainly look like you've seen better days. What is it this time? Another crisis of conscience. Another futile struggle with morality. Praying to your precious saints to forgive you. It's meaningless. I hope you realize this. You think I don't understand that? You think I don't realize that people are dead because of you? You think I don't understand how much your precious power has cost people? You're naive if you think so. I understand exactly what your power has done to people. I understand every detail of everything that has happened because of you. However, you give yourself too much credit for these sins. You afforded means and opportunity, nothing more. You granted access. You granted me the ability to travel in broad daylight. You granted me the ability to survive. You may have held the darkness over me, kept me shielded from the glare of the sun, from the eyes of others. But the knife was not in your hands. The blade did not fall at your command. You have not killed these people, though you blame yourself for it. I did. You merely allowed me to do so. See it as you will. Perhaps you are just as much a murderer as I am. But really, what do you expect? You don't know. Of course you don't. When I met you, you were fresh off the boat from Ravka. You had no idea what you had just gotten yourself into. You had no idea the type of place you had set foot in. You're lucky, though. Have you any idea what others would have done to you, had I not stepped in before they had? My dear little crow, have you learned nothing from your time spent here? Of course, there are fates worse than assisting in a murder. Of course, there are fates worse than serving an inhuman creature such as myself. You're lucky that you have not had to suffer such a fate. You believe your precious saints could have guided you, could have kept you safe. You truly have learned nothing then. You're as naive as the day that you stepped off that ship. I have never once seen a saint of yours or anyone else's step in. I have never seen them set a foot in this cursed place. They have forsaken this city, and I don't blame them. After all, it gives me more fun, doesn't it? I would think twice before calling me such a name. Think it all you wish. Mutter it under your breath once I have left the room. I don't care. But do not forget the power that I still hold over you. Do not forget the agreement we made. You believe I took advantage of you, of the fact that you knew nothing about this place, of the fact that you had just stepped into the most dangerous place in this country without even knowing it. I never attempted to deny that, my dear crow, and I would never dare. After all, I did. But as I said, this is a far kinder fate than anything you would have experienced at the hands of others, believe me. You believe I have some kind of savior complex. Perhaps I do. So what? Others would have far different ideas of how you ought to repay them, instead of simply allowing them access to others' homes. And here we see what remains of your innocence still shining through. You shudder at the thought of the fate that would befall you at the hands of others, yet you believe yourself so righteous that you could never even consider being an accomplice to murder. You truly are as thoughtless and as naive as a child. And here you are throwing a tantrum. Your shadows do nothing against me, my dear sweet crow. Have you learned nothing? I am a creature that was built for the darkness. I am a creature that survives off of it, off of the darkness that flows through a person's blood, feeding them, feeding their soul, feeding the essence of their life, that they may continue to slaughter those beneath them. Had you not fled from the little palace before your education was complete, perhaps you might have something to threaten me with. But as of now, I believe I am the only one with cards in this game. Indeed, you could run. However, where would you go? And how far would you get before one of the predators that roams these streets finds you? And then what would you think? Would you be praying for your saints then? Or would you call out my name, hoping that I would rip out their throats before they laid a hand on you? You can handle yourself just fine. Is that truly what you believe? You say you've learned, but I have seen time and time again that you have yet to retain a single lesson I have taught you in that head of yours. Perhaps you're doing it to spite me. Perhaps you believe if you feign ignorance, you are still in the good graces of your saints. I don't know quite what it is, but I know for certain that after the deal you made with me, promising me anything I wanted in exchange for my protection, you know nothing of value. There isn't a single thought in your mind that could protect you from what this city holds. Believe me, I know for certain. How do you think I ended up like this? I was just like you once. Naive, trusting, so certain that every person has goodness in their hearts, so sure of it that I staked my life on it. And look what it cost me. My humanity, my ability to go anywhere, save for under the cover of darkness. I paid a high price for what I wanted. You, on the other hand, you pledged me whatever I wanted. I could have chosen to take your life. I could have chosen to do to you what others did to me. I could have been no better than the slavers who supply the pleasure houses with their girls. I could have chosen to exchange your life for a handful of coin. But I didn't, did I? Instead, I looked at you and I saw a person who could help me. I saw someone who could give me my life back. And that is exactly what you have done. Yet still, you squabble over the lives that have been lost. Lives that would have destroyed others. Do you know the men and women I seek out? Do you know why I choose them? Do you know why I take such joy in watching them suffer as I bleed them of the last remnants of their life? Do you know why I do this? The men and women I hunt, they are the people I could have been. They are the people I could have turned into had I followed in their footsteps after they took what little humanity I had left. They are the people who do this, who turn others into creatures belonging to the night. They are the people who see blood, flesh and bone, human souls, human beings, as nothing more than products to be traded. They see lives, human lives, innocent lives, as nothing more than game pieces to be played with. I hunt these people. I make them suffer for all the suffering that they have caused. I take a small, small fraction of what they deserve to lose. I take only their lives. If the ones they love are innocent, I spare them. I don't cause any unjust suffering, my sweet crow. Far from it, in fact. I protect the people of this city from any misery I can. And you allow me to do this. You allow me to sneak into their homes, to deal with them more than just at night. Your little shadows allow me so much freedom, so much purpose. If your saints can't understand that, it's no wonder they don't bother with the human world anymore. They believe themselves to be high and mighty, above all of us. They have forgotten that they were human once too. They have forgotten what it's like to live among demons. But you and I, we understand. We understand the suffering of the city. We understand what must be done about it, even if it causes you an ache in your heart every night. You do it anyway. Because deep inside, I believe that you know it's right, don't you? Don't you? As I expected. However, we will take leave tomorrow. Must I repeat myself? Can you not hear me over the thoughts of your precious saints? We will do no work tomorrow. You need rest. I did not say you needed to sleep, I said you needed rest. I understand that your Grisha powers fuel your energy. The more you use them, the healthier and happier you feel, the stronger you feel. But I suspect that isn't the case for your mental state. No matter what you know, no matter what you understand about this place now, the taking of a life is never easy. Not for someone like you. Someone who has no necessity for it. So we shall take leave tomorrow, understood? Why am I doing this? Perhaps it is as I said. I am not nearly the monster that I could have become.